Good morning, friends. This is Engineer Imran Aziz. We are again here for another part of the video series on building planning, and this would be the part 4. Hopefully, this is the last part on this topic, and from tomorrow onward, we will be taking another topic. So, here again, we will be presenting 25 questions, and the details and discussions would be there. So all answers would be highlighted so that you could effectively review them. So let's get started with today's video. This is part 4 of our ongoing video series. So it is starting from question number 76. Up till part 3, we have already discussed 75 questions. So question 76 is, cinema theaters are to be designed at the rate of, so how much space we normally provide for a person per person space or the capacity of the cinema hall. So options available with us are number A, 0.6 meter square per head, 1.5 meter square per head, 1 meter square per head, or 2 meter square per head. So normally engineers provide 0.6 meter square per head space in the cinema hall. Then we have the plan of a cinema theater should be such that the walls, number A, are parallel to each other. Number B, diverge towards the screen. C, converge towards the screen. D, are of concave shape. So you must have witnessed in the cinema the walls are converging towards the screen. So option C is correct for this question. The space or the width of the wall at the back end will be more as compared to the end where the screen is installed. So these are converging walls. So option C is correct, which is converge toward the screen. Then the minimum clearance between the screen and the first row of the seats is equal to how much is the distance from screen to the first row of the cinema. So options available with us are number A, width of the up till width of the screen, height of the screen, number C, 2 times the width of screen, D times the height of the screen, 2 times the height of the screen. So option available with us, correct option is C, 2 times the width of the screen. You can see in this picture, the screen width is 70 inches, while the distance from the first seat to the screen is 2 times into 70. So it's 140 inches. So minimum 140 inches should be left between first row to the screen. Clearance should be given as double the width of the screen. While for the last seat, you can see it's 5 times the width of the screen. So these two thumb rules should be remembered. The width of the screen should be doubled as for the first row, while it should be 5 times for the last row. Then we have another question, 79. A partition wall is what is a partition wall? You must have witnessed such walls in the interior of a house or a building. So option A is thin wall with no foundations. B, wall which divides a room into two. Internal wall to create a room. D, wall that bears no load. So option C is correct, and you can see the partition wall in the picture as well. It's the internal wall to create a room or to divide a room. So it's obvious from the name as well. It has to be a partition wall which divides a room into 2 or 3 parts. So it's an internal wall. Then we have question 80. Frame structures consist of only number A, partition walls, walls with more number of openings, C, thin walls, D, brick walls. So you can see this picture. The picture shows a frame structure which consists of the columns, beams, and slabs. And in between the columns, there are partition walls. So option A is correct for the question number 80, which is frame structure consists of only partition walls. Then we have 81. The minimum thickness of any load-bearing wall is. How much should be the minimum thickness of any load-bearing wall? It should be 9 inches or 200 mm. Option A was 100 mm. Option B is 200 mm. Option C is 300. Option D is 400. So correct option is option B, which is 200 mm or 9 inches. So the thickness of the wall which is bearing the loads, it should be at least 9 inches thick. 82. Frame structures are preferred to load-bearing wall structures when. Frame structures are preferred to load-bearing wall structures when number A. Basement floor is to be provided. B. More number of stories are provided. C. Residential houses are constructed. D. More number of openings are provided for walls. So we provide frame structures where the more number of openings are provided for walls. So option D is correct for this question. Question 83. Locally available building materials are the best because. Why we prefer locally available materials? Number A, transportation cost will be less. Number B, readily available during any season. Number C, they are cheaper. Number D, they give native touch. So in one or other case, all options are correct, but the obvious option is D, which is they give a native touch. So option D is correct for this question. 84. Ideal season for construction is number A, winter, rainy season, spring season, or summer season. So it's summer season, which is normally preferred or considered as ideal for the construction. 85. Minimum floor area of a bedroom. Yesterday we discussed the minimum floor area for the kitchen, for the bathrooms, and this question is regarding bedrooms. So how much area should be provided at least for a bedroom? Option A is 5 meters square, B 10 meters square, C 15 meters square, D 20 meters square. So it should be at least 10 meters square. So minimum floor area for a bedroom should be 10 meters square. So option B is correct for this question. 86. FAR means floor area ratio. Is it true or false? Yes, it's true. FAR means floor area ratio. A is true. Question 87. Which types of slope is undesirable to dream naturally by gravity on a site? Which type of slope is undesirable to drain naturally by gravity on a site? Number A, less than 1%, B, greater than 1%, C, greater than or less than 1%, D, none of the above. So option A is correct. The less than 1% is slope is undesirable. It should be at least 2%. Then we have question number 88. What is the minimum slope for drainage of relatively flat site? Number A, 1 in 100, B, 1 in 200, C, 1 in 300, D, 1 in 400. So option B is correct, which is 1 in 200. So the minimum slope for drainage, natural drainage of relatively flat slope should be at least 1 in 200, or you can say 2%. 89. Dash is vertical circulation of a building. So which components of a building are considered as vertical circulation. Number A, stairs. Number B, ramps. Number C, lifts. All of the above. So all these are going to the upward to the other floors. So they are creating a ventilation cabin or a place, a box. So that's why they are considered as vertical ventilations. Stairs also give a ventilation, intermediate ventilation within the floors. Ramps as well and lifts also provides the vertical ventilation. So all these options are correct. D is correct for this question. So what is pitched roof? Pitched roof is generally used in hilly areas. Is it true or false? Yes, it is true, and the picture shows the sloping roof or the pitched roof. You must have observed in the hilly areas due to snowfall, people used to give the sloping roofs instead of flat roof, so that the snowfall could be easily washed away and removed. So option A is correct for 90. Pitched roof is generally given in the used in the hilly areas. Question 91. Which methods used for slum clearance? So we are again here in the town planning side of the building planning. Questions are relating to the slums and neighborhoods and town planning. Which methods used for slums clearance? Number A, improvement method. Number B, complete removal method. Option A and B, none of the above. So option C is correct, which is option A and B both. For slums clearance, we normally use improvement method. Either we improve the slums conditions and convert into normal livelihoods, or we completely remove the slum from that space or place. So A and B are correct for 91. Characteristics of slums are: number A, health and sanitation; income criteria; C, moral; D, all of the above. So all of the above are considered as the characteristics uh, for considering a place to be slum. So health and sanitation of that area will be observed and categorized. Then income level of those households as well as moral. So A, B, and C all are correct. Option D is correct for this question. Question 93. Necessity of master plan is a. Why we do master planning? Number A, to control the growth of various industries in a systematic way. We bound the industries to be there within their demarcated area within the town. So that's why we do the master planning. Number B, to discourage the growth of town in an unplanned and unscientific way. So this is also the second requirement or necessity why we do master planning. We do to discourage the growth of the town in an unplanned manner or unscientific way. We want to limit the growth of the town within some boundaries. Number C, to give a perspective picture of a fully developed towns, and we want to present our area as a developed area. That's why we do the master planning. So all options are correct. So option D is all of the above, which is correct for this question. Then question 94, a dash is a small unit which serves the local community and encourages them to foster a neighborhood spirit or relationship which seems to have been lost in the modern city life. So option A available is A, neighborhood; B, town; C, city; none of the above. So actually neighborhood is a small unit which serves the local community and encourages them to foster a neighborhood spirit and relationships with each other, which seems to have been lost in modern cities. So Neighborhood, you must have encountered this terminology in the recent past. In the municipal law as well, there are neighborhood councils. So these are basically for semi-urban areas, or you can say uh, uh, areas which are not really a village but a semi-urban type of villages. So these areas are basically uh, uh, are not the modern cities, but relatively larger than the villages. So they have local community, their norms, their relationships are already established as compared to the modern city. So that small unit is called a neighborhood. So that is not a town, not a city. Option A is correct for this question. Then question number 95, the neighborhood planning aims at welding various elements of social and cultural life of a community. So neighborhood planning aims at welding various elements of social and cultural life of a community. So it keeps the social and cultural life of the community intact with the planning of neighborhood. Option A is correct, which is true for this question. Then question 96, which types of principles are considered for neighborhood planning? Number A, size and population. B, boundaries and protective strips. C, internal streets, layouts of the buildings, all of the above. So all options are correct. So D is correct for this question. So these types of principles are considered for neighborhood planning, which are sizes of the community, population, boundaries, protective strips, internal streets, layout of the buildings, layout of the streets, drains. So all these principles are considered during the neighborhood planning. Option D is correct for this question. 97. The size of the neighborhood unit is limited to about dash square kilometer. So roughly it's 1 to 1.5 kilometer square kilometer area, which is considered to be one neighborhood. Number option A was 1 to 1.5, B was 2 and 2.5, C 3 to 3.5, none of the above. So A is correct for this question. We normally consider 1 to 1.5 square kilometer area for one neighborhood. 98. In neighborhood planning, population is dash which one for which one primary school is required. So how much population should be there minimum to have one primary school within one neighborhood? Option A is 2000 to 3000, B is 2000 to 5000, C is 3000 to 5000, none of the above. So option B is correct, which is 2000 to 5000. So for a population of 2000 to 5000, there should be at least one primary school within one neighborhood. So it is a standard for the neighborhood planning. Then 99, a slum is already an overcrowded area where dwelling are unfit for human habitation. Is it true or false? Yes, it is true, and you can see the condition of a slum in the picture. These are unplanned small houses, units. Everyone has their own sizes, no planning, no street pavement, no drainage system, no parks, no open spaces, no waste management, nothing. So such type of populations are just normally kept at the boundaries of the major cities, and they start developing with one another. So these are called slums areas. Question 100, which is the last question for today, as well as the last question for this topic. The aim of height zoning is controlling the height of buildings in a town. Number A, true and or false? Yes, it is true. The height zoning is basically uh, made or planned just to have a controlled height of the buildings. So residential buildings, if they are considered to be only 3 to 4 stories, so in height zoning, the town planners already defined in the initial master plan that this much would be the commercial buildings height, this much would be the residential building height, even 2 floors, 1 floors. So it depends on the town standards. So these height controlling is considered under the height zoning. So far we have completed 100 questions in building planning. This was part 4. So thank you very much for watching all these videos. I again urge to subscribe to CivTech Simplified and share these videos, and follow us on Facebook as well as Instagram and TikTok. Now we will be covering a few videos on town planning, and then afterward we will be moving to other topics. So thank you very much for supporting our channel. Please share and put your questions in the comment box if you have any, so that we could reply to them. Thank you very much. Bye.